And what do you do when it like didn't happen? Like, how do you develop it? Well, one of the things, there's, this is what everyone's sort of talking about when you look at Instagram and you look for inspiration. How many like morning routine tech bro like things have you seen where they're like, start with a cold shower, drink 10 gallons of water, and go, trade Bitcoin and then get on the treadmill, like all these things. This is what they're getting at though. Like I'm joking about it, but like the cold shower thing, that's one. Like you want to like descript that, like the cold shower. Like, I don't know that there's any real physical like things that come from it. Like, you're not molecularly changing yourself to be tougher, but I think mentally you might be, and that might be kind of extreme. I know that's like a crazy bro thing to say, is like get a cold shower, but we're just exposing ourselves to things that make us uncomfortable.
So you're talking about before something bad happens to you, build up your immunity, your resilience, so that you can respond more effectively.
Yeah.
Whether it's cold showers or physical challenges, or, or for example, making sure your children are working so that they understand the value of money and hard work. And so like when they have to enter the real world, and go work for the design studio that has to produce, they're not like a deer in headlights because they've never done real work.
Yeah, 100%. So like it's not just physical. I mean, cold showers, fasting. These are all things you're going to see on Instagram and stuff. But what about like psychological stress, which is really what we're talking about? How do you expose yourself to psychological stress on a small scale, so you're not just like purposely fucking your life up so you can fix it again? That's not what I'm talking about.
That's a great question.
That's not what I'm talking about. So things like public speaking.
Okay.
Right? We all know how we feel before we like speak, even if it's a group of like 5 people, like in a meeting, and you're like, oh shit, I got to talk to like 5 people here about an important thing. Like, don't hide from that. Right. In the martial arts, there's a realm of like, this is more physical, but like sparring.
Yeah.
Right. Sparring doesn't necessarily mean you beating the shit out of each other. It's the mental stress of like, I got to go do this thing.
Like there is a fist coming at me, or an angry person. Like that's just dress rehearsal for a real life scenario.
Yep. Or what about whenever there's a decision you have to make, right? But you keep putting it off.
Yeah.
Why do you keep putting it off? Because you don't want the psychological stress of having to deal with it.
Yeah.
Well, just do the things you have to do to put yourself in a comfortable position so you can think about that thing and make a decision, right? And I know that sounds super simple, and I'm not talking about like life-changing decisions. I'm just talking about like, oh, there's a bill and I'm just going to open that tomorrow.
Yeah. No,
I mean, we do those little things, but all that is cumulative and it stacks up. We have a practice in our karate practice. It's called Kihon. It's basics. And it's just doing basic things, but we put ourselves in this position. It's almost like a failure reward scenario, right? So the way it works is there's, 20, 27 different basic things that we do. Like maybe it's a punch, a block, a certain type of way, put our foot in a certain place. Our eyes are fixed on a certain point. And we go, and someone stands in front of the class and they call out, do this thing. Now do that thing. Now, it's almost like an advanced form of Simon Says, almost. If you think about the game Simon Says.
Taking it back, brother.
But the thing is, every time you make a mistake, the person who's calling out in class will if they see you, they're like, you made a mistake, push-ups. And you have to do 10 or 20 push-ups. You have to stop what you're doing, drop and do 10, 20 push-ups. And then whenever you're done, you get back up, resume exactly where you were and continue. Or you have to have the integrity to do it yourself. Like they didn't see me, but I know I was wrong and I do it. So the test is, if they don't see you, will you do it? Will you because push-ups suck, and let's face it, and these sessions are like 10 minutes, 15 minutes long. During that time, I suck at basics. So I wind up doing like 100 push-ups inside of like 5 minutes. But like, will you do the push-ups? And after 10 or 20, they start to hurt.
Yeah.
Will you like let something go? Like, will you lower your your own self-imposed level of quality of your performance to not do them? Will you wait for that person to make you do them? Right. And so what we're doing is we're inoculating ourselves to performance issues, to decision-making issues, and to holding ourselves to our own standard issues. Right. And I think that's what a lot of this stuff comes down to. Right.